So we've got bang on 1,000 miles rum line to Alon.
Kind of in the spot at the end of the Caribbean Sea where the energy from the Atlantic Ocean kind of reaches its crescendo. Rough patch, this place.
We also need to do some much needed jobs over here. First one, get the engine ignition working again. And hopefully find some new batteries for Avalon as well.
Welcome to the story of two people sailing the long way home from Europe to Australia. Last week we were in the BVIs and spent most of our time rescuing boats off of sandbars.
What a day. It was only yesterday I was thinking like, there's bound to be a boat that gets stuck on a sandbar here.
Holy crap. So this morning we were dragging anchor and we were nowhere near the line. I could see the sandbar behind us. It could have been no further than 2 meters away. We cherished the last few days of the 30 we had spent in the BVIs before heading off in the direction of Panama.
So we're going to make our way down to Panama. We're going to head to Shelter Bay Marina, which is actually entry to the canal, where we'll start the process of organising our canal transit. We'll hang out down that way for about 5 days and then make our way up to Port Lindo, where we'll meet my sister and my best mate Mitch, and we'll take them up to the Sandblast Islands. The reason we're doing it that way around is we wanted to cut down time waiting in Panama for our transit. We figured we'd get the admin done early and then head up to the Sandblast while that was all getting processed and our agent secures our transit time. And then, yeah, we'll make our way for a transit. So we've got bang on 1,000 miles rum line to Alon. The breeze is looking quite good. We should have a pretty steady 15 to 25 knots on a broad reach. To cover our 1,000 miles, we should be about 7 days, maybe 8. There is a pretty intense patch of weather off the coast of Colombia, which with a little bit of luck, it should ease by the time we get there. It looks like it's easing in about 3 days. It looks like it's easing in about 3 days. It has been an eventful 24 hours so far. So we're making really good time. We've smashed out about 130 miles so far, which is really good. We're averaging about 7 knots, and we've got a third reef in the main and a reef in the jib, and we're just cruising dead downwind. And then this morning I put the fishing line out bright and early, and within about 20 or 30 minutes of putting that out, it just ripped the line out before I could even get to it. So we're down to our last lure, Rasta squid.
Rasta squid.
And I'm joining our remaining line, what we have left. So I guess we'll be taking a trip to the fishing shop in Panama.
morning.
Morning. It's 4 AM, changing of the guard.
We don't follow any kings. We can ride and we can sing. We don't talk about.
Tensions are high on Avalon today. Stop it! You're ruining my video! We're on day 4 at sea. We've done about 550 miles. Not really been sleeping. Last night was the real clincher. It was pretty fun sailing last night. It's been downwind or on a broad reach the whole way, and we had about 20 knots of breeze from behind, and then you could kind of feel, you couldn't see it in the dark, there was no moon, and you could kind of feel the swell was getting rather large. We're kind of in the spot at the end of the Caribbean Sea where the energy from the Atlantic Ocean kind of reaches its crescendo. Rough patch, this place, just almost off the coast of Colombia. So the problem we're experiencing on this crossing is that we're going to Panama, but the swell is going to Jamaica, and then there's the odd conflicting swell that's going to Haiti, which when it's dark we can't see that one coming, and it whacks you straight on the beam. And yeah, we had a couple of situations last night where we got hit pretty hard on the beam, but we're okay. And yeah, when I took over watch from Jackson this morning, asked him to give me a synopsis of the conditions up there, he said, yeah, heaps loose. So the swell's pretty big. You can't tell on camera, you can never tell, but yeah, there are a few monster sets that come through that are a good 6 or 7 meters, and it's very scary. We haven't really used autopilot much at all this trip. I mean, last night the only time we really put it on was if you needed to have a drink of water or go to the toilet. So manageable, it really is, but it's not pleasant, and I'm really glad that I pre-made lunch and dinner today. I pre-roasted some vegetables and made a frittata, so hopefully we'll have to spend a total of 11 seconds in the galley today. Yeah, we're very moody today. Jackson's really grumpy today, it's quite fun. Ah!
The breeze cranked up to a consistent 30 to 35 knots, and it was getting really hard to manage. So we dropped the mainsail and put 5 million reefs in the Genoa. So this was us for the next 48 hours. And I'm happy to say that late on day 5, it became much more manageable, and Neptune shouted us dinner for the next couple of nights.
The makeshift fishing
hasn't worked. We're very dubious about it, but got our first tuna. Just in time for dinner as well. People always ask me in Jackson why we never get sick, and I attribute our strong immune systems to food always going on the floor. Who needs a doctor when you live on a boat? I'd like to welcome you to the best cafe in the Caribbean Sea, arguably in the world. Here's the chef. The fish was fresh caught yesterday, and we've booked a table with a view. We both ordered a special. It's blackfin tuna with roasted veggies. And finally, land ho.
Kind as my mother thinks me, don't want to play you. If you let me try, I'll get us out this mess. I wanna be that simple thing, wanna make you smile, wanna tip your chin, wanna be the goosebumps on your skin.
So it's been 7 days at sea, and we've just arrived in Alon. So we are on the Caribbean side of the Panama Canal. We're making our way to the marina to finalise our formalities for our canal transit. So we'll hang out here for a couple of days and provision and whatnot, and then we're actually going to head back out to Port Lindo to head up to the sandblast. We also need to do some much needed jobs over here. First one, get the engine ignition working again. Second one is that we need a holding tank for the Galapagos, so we'll start the investigation of trying to find one of them while we're here. And then we're also going to continue the battery operation and hopefully find some new batteries for Avalon as well.
At the same time, I admire you. You've got to forge your own fire. See the storm.
Morning guys, we have got a super busy day. So when it rains it pours, and that is our day on Avalon. So this morning I have Greg come in and have a look at the engine. Avalon's had a few problems starting, and I think it's something to do with the starter motor / solenoid. So he's going to come check it out. Around the same time we also have the canal inspectors coming to inspect the boat and do the measure up of Avalon, and our agent's coming. So I'm also trying to research batteries. I've just been to the chandlery and checked out all their battery options. So on the side I'm doing that. And Xanthe has taken a solo trip into the city, into Cologne. She's taken the free bus from the marina here, which is good, and apparently the store that she's going to is nice and safe. But yeah, she's taken the hit and gone into like the dangerous city, and expecting her back sometime this Savo. Yeah, so anyway, let's keep you updated and see where it goes. See ya. bypass the ignition. And, right, and so you basically just go. Yeah, right, okay.
Our new mate Greg said that he reckoned the problem was simply just that the starter motor was a bit grubby. So he gave it a good clean and Avalon was back in fine form. Meanwhile, I came back from the world's most dangerous city with something that Avalon really needed. Now there has to be a very good explanation as to why you are in a very hot hole on a 40°C day.
Yeah. Time to restore power on Avalon.
Nice.
So these are our old batteries.
Ta-da! Spawn of Satan! Ugh, get out of here.
Have lasted 6 months and have been very disappointing. So the new batteries that we've got are just a little bit longer than the previous ones, which is okay because we actually have the space. But down here, our battery shelf is just a little bit short. So I just knocked up a little additional shelf piece here to slot in to support the batteries for the overhang.
Thanks for tagging along with us this week. Next week you get to meet two people very dear to us. Jackson's sister Georgia and lifelong best mate Mitch. We take them sailing around the picture-perfect Sandblast Islands, and basically none of us could wipe the smiles off our faces all week. Word up to our patrons who keep Finding Avalon afloat for all of you to enjoy. If you'd like to join the love train that is our Patreon crew, you'll get access to bonus videos and maybe even win a trip on board. Details linked below.